For my magazine, I used certain generic conventions which resulted in my magazine throne, such as articles by magazines such as Kerrang, Classic Rock, Metal Hammer, Rock Sound and NME. I have tried to use these articles and covers to influence the overall look of my magazine, and I feel this had to be done to make the magazine look as real as possible. I have tried to replicate the overall look of my magazine and taking into account the different conventions of each magazine and tried to use each to the best of my ability to create my magazine. My masthead throne was created using Photoshop Elements 5.0, and I believe I have created a masthead which clearly uses the correct conventions and has connotations of a metal magazine, which is the genre I am going for in the pre-production of my magazine. I have also used particular camera shots and angles to create correct conventions for my magazine. I have used a medium close-up for the front cover of my magazine, as by looking at my example of a professional magazine, this is a typical convention of professional magazines. For this picture, I used a blue screen, as this would be for the front cover, and I would have to fill the blue in with another colour. I chose grey. For my double page spread, I dedicated the first A4 page of my magazine to a main image of my cover star, which was a long shot of her with a guitar, which I chose to use as it connotes music and looks good at the same time. I chose to take images in the woods as I felt my magazine would suit a different approach to my images. Throughout the production of my magazine, I have been comparing my magazine to professional ones to ensure the realism is kept throughout the production process, and this will help my magazine look as though it is a new product on the market. I have used a specific double page spread layout which features in the Kerrang magazine, which uses an image of My Chemical Romance in the studio and features a big cover line and 2 columns of text. I have used this example as the introduction page of my magazine double page spread feature of Diamond Eyes. I use a specific layout of this band as it is simple but still looked quite effective. I will try to incorporate anchorage with the use of images of the solo artist. For the pull quotes and drop capitals in my interview and double page spread, I used acoustic light. I use this for my pull quotes as they differ from the Arial font which I use for the interview, as it's simple. And as I examined other magazines, I've used sans serif font like this as it's easily legible and looks so I feel in using real magazines in order to complete my product, I have followed generic conventions as I feel this is the only way in which my magazine could look professional. My images from my magazines were taken out on set as I took pictures of my cover star in the woods instead of using the blue screen and doing it like that. Also, I took pictures of the bands during their rehearsal sessions and at shows. For example, I took pictures of Suffer the Branks in their rehearsal space and used this as a cover story as magazines like Kerrang have features of famous bands in rehearsals or in studios working on their albums. And I feel this is following generic conventions, and I feel that audiences of music magazines would like a feature of their favourite bands in the studio, as they would like to have information on following albums and things like that. I have also used images from live shows of bands I have been to see.